Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2. Today we are going to present our project which named The Practice of Islamic Work Ethic in Organization. Before we continue the presentation, my name is NURUL binti SIDIK and my matrix number is 1192231. This project focuses on 4 chapters from Islamic work ethics, which are first, introduction to work ethics; second, ethics and akhlak; third, Rasulullah SAW and his lectures on Islamic work ethics; and fourth, dogmata principles of Islamic work ethics and its theoretical framework. The goal of this project is to determine what has been implemented in the organization as well as to compare and the concept discussed in the literature review with actual practice in the company. The information and case study of the project is based on the interview with the manager of this cleaning service by Mr. Zaihan bin Anun through the media platform Google Meet.
My name is FIKRI, JUSOH, matric number 1192230. The This Cleaning Service was founded on 14 February 1998 by Mr. Zaihan bin Anun, and he is the founder and the manager of the organization. According to Mr. Zaihan, he stated that before he decided to be a founder and manager of this cleaning service on 1998, he was working as a staff in Perbadanan Kemajuan Ekonomi Johor. For your information, the manager of Perbadanan Kemajuan Ekonomi Johor has been the stepstone for him to start the business, where the manager offer and suggest Mr. Zaihan to build his own company. Next, these cleaning services are categorized in operation sector, which involve 70 workers. 60 of them was in operation and service, while the remaining 10 was in management and administration.
My name is IZZATI binti ROSLI, matrix number 1192224. Next, I will explain to you about the Islamic work ethic in general. In Islam, the primary goal of working is to receive Allah's blessing, not just to meet daily requirements. Every task He assigns is a responsibility that must be fulfilled honestly and without hypocrisy. According to MODAF 2005, ethical practices that include work ethics are very important to individuals, societies, and corporations to perform and succeed. He argues that Islamic work ethics significantly influenced the economic development of Muslim societies' rights from the prophetic era. The findings of the review also show work ethics and job satisfaction are linked to organizational commitment in a positive, direct, and significant way. Those who implement Islamic work ethics will be able to show a positive impact on their organizational and economic activities, as well as realize their Islamic equity workplace for the benefit of all parties involved. Besides that, the workplace quality can be built with the essence of Islamic akhlak and adab, which is ethical good conduct, which contains spirits, understanding, and practices of struggle and excellence at work. There are sayings mentioned that the senior manager is more likely to have a better and positive impression of organizational ethics than lower level employees. It is because of their managerial role, accompanying connection with the organization, and the desire to maintain the business image as well as their identity. And lastly, trust is an important part of professional relationship between co-workers, managers, and employees. The benefits of having a high trust environment within employees and clients will have an effective and positive relationship, market and social trust, reputation and recognition among the community.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm NADIAH and I will continue the next presentation. Let's move to the behavior and the attitude in Islamic work ethics. We know that the punctuality is a very important value that is needed for the employees, as it is an indicator of a job performance, and it is also could determine the quality of their work. Based on the past studies, the behavior of being punctual also could lead the individuals and also the organization to a job satisfaction. In a hadith from Sahih Bukhari, Rasulullah SAW has mentioned that being punctual and concise is the best act that represents the fundamental behavior of a true believer. This means that being punctual is very important for the employers and also the employees. There is no such discrimination about the attitude of punctuality, and there is no excuse that the employer can come late than the employee, because Islam has emphasized being fair to all the human beings. Besides, the organization also play an important role and always need to be ready to give the best effort to the organization. This is due to the initiative that needs to be taken by the organization to overcome the issue of punctuality. Therefore, it is important to implement good ethical behavior to the employees.
My name is ASHIKIN BINTI AYUNI. My metric number is 1192227. We move to the last part in literature review based on Islamic work ethics and motivation. This section discusses about the factors of human behavior and good maintaining behavior in the workplace. The aim in this discussion adopt how the approach used by employers to produce employees who have good ethical behavior either inside or outside the organization. The purpose of the study we highlights on the approach that needs to be taken to develop ethical behavior between employers and employees inside and outside the firm. Okay, next, the factors in employees' motivations. One of the most important factors is maintain a high level of innovation and produce a better quality of work. For example, the manager should recognize employees' hard work. According to Sabir 2017, the factors in employee motivation is the frequency with which their hard work is recognized. Therefore, when employees are treated fairly, they will give more on their best. Next, the factors on a conducive working environment and positive work attitude could slowly transform an employee into a top manager. Means that employees who are motivated will work harder to meet the company's objective and achieve their goals. However, the employer should be responsible for changing attitudes of employees to improve better quality of work. Based on Zainab 2015, we conclude that employees can give more commitment when the opportunities arises to learn new skills and knowledge. As a result, all the measures that should be taken by the manager of the organization and also the upper management should be responsible to ensure that the employee may develop new skills and knowledge which will lead to a higher level of motivation in the workplace.
My name is Shafizah. My metric number is 1192226. Next, we move to the discussion for Islamic work ethic topic. For criteria of a good employee are emphasize Islamic values such as honest and trust among themselves. Next, to be an ethical employee, sometimes it is rely on individual itself to ensure the stability between those inside and outside the organization. Also, it could help the success of the company as they adopt Islamic work ethic while working that make it more organized. Mr. Zaihan also has voiced out that his employee have a high level of trust among themselves, and it is important to emphasize spirituality in the workplace, such as inviting a speaker to give a talk to their employee. Next, for the criteria of an employer are emphasizing on the element of virtue among the employees, which is the company will help the staff who in need. Next, Mr. Zaihan play his role to develop his employees' behavior by having a training activity among them. Mr. Zaihan also implements the practice that demonstrate Islam perfection, which is every morning before starting their task, they will recite doa and a morning briefing among them. Besides, the company adopt a professional work culture among their employees to provide a better value in their work and become a professional mu'min in the world. And the manager role will provide a guide for the organization as they will remain for a long time in the organization. And also, by having a positive culture, it will create an environment in which they will believe in each other and it will produce a good relationship between them. And also, it will have a engagement between human and God in everything, especially in terms of work culture as work of worship.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad HELMI bin NAJIB. My metric number is 1192228. Okay, now we move to the behavior and attitude in Islamic work ethic. For the first theory is the be punctual and responsible for the obligation that has been set up. In the interview, the disciplining service mentioned that the moral of responsibility and honesty of the employee themselves is the most crucial in the matter of punctuality and the engagement of the employee. From a critical perspective, individuals and employees should be aware of their own duties and strive to be a person of integrity as our dislike those who neglect their own responsibility and cheat other people. Next, the theory, the commitment and readiness from the organization to give the best for the organization. In the interview, we get that this cleaning service will take initiative to avoid the issue getting spread. Like they made program that could enhance the employees' good behavior, such as human capital development. Then, in the interview also, this cleaning service says that they will just trust the employee. In a critical viewpoint, trust is a good perception for the employer to the employee. However, the organization itself should take further action to ensure that the employee become more disciplined and follow the Islamic work ethic.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is IRSAL HAKIMA BINTI ROSLI. My matric number is 1192229. I will continue about the discussion of Islamic work ethics and motivation. Why the IZZATI company are concerned with motivated employees? It is because the purpose is to produce a good quality of work to lead the organization success. So they are the steps taken by the company, which is first, they giving recognition such as peace bonus to appreciate for their hard work. Secondly, they meet the employee welfare and create a good relationship. For example, if they are having a problem, they will help each other to reduce the burden. And for your information, Mr. Zaihan always considered their employees as his family. Thirdly, they provide a break time such as conducting and organize the family day programs. And the importance point is engage and join in motivational course because it is mandatory sake of the employee to keep produce motivated employees.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NAZMI ZAINUDDIN and my matric number is 1192223. In the conclusion, Islamic management has explained some basic principles to ensure the effectiveness and excellence of work quality, such as the concept of insaniyah and tawhidik. Management will show the nature of ihsan and the culture of istiqamah, which means commitment. This principle needs to be worked on so that the implementation of Islamic management in organization is not taken lightly and can be applied to produce efficient and the best quality of work.